Hi guys, this is a complete overview of Aerodrome Finance and the token is called Aero. So first of all, this is the biggest DEX on the base. Base is a layer 2 side solution for Ethereum developed by Coinbase itself. So the base is developed by the Coinbase exchange and Aerodrome is the biggest DEX on the base, which is like Uniswap on Ethereum and Thorchain and other DEXs such as PancakeSwap. So this is the direct competitor against those. So first of all, what is Aerodrome? So this is a liquidity hub. Like this is a DEX basically. So liquidity hub. It is a powerful liquidity incentive engine. It has a vote low governance model. It also has a very user-friendly experience. So this is one of the best DEX on the base layer 2 solution. So this is basically a fork of Verodrome. I think it's called Velodrome or something like that, which is the optimism layer 2 solution deck. So this has the same security features as that. So this is basically a fork of that. So first of all, how it works. The protocol is designed to enable token swaps and generate fees from traders by trading liquidity. So this is basically how the simple DEX works. Every epoch, liquidity providers receive Aero token emissions proportionally to the votes the pools accumulate. Only staked in the protocol gauge liquidity receives emission. So we'll talk about the utility of the Aero token later. Participants can lock their Aero to be able to vote on the next epoch distribution of the emissions, becoming VE Aero voters. So this is basic. They have dual token model. The first one is called Aero, which is the utility token. The other one is non-fungible token, and it cannot be transferred. So basically, Aerodrome is attracting users or Aero token holders by giving them fees which is generated by the swaps on their platform. So let's see what it offers. So it has a stable and volatile trading fee. 100% of the protocol incentives and fees goes to the voter. That means the user gets the benefit of everything. Liquid locked positions in the form of NFTs, permissionless pools. So there is no permission. So it is completely decentralized, self-optimizing liquidity flywheels, anti-dilution rebates for voters. So who is it for? It is for traders, liquidity providers, protocols, VE0 voters, and others. So it is a minimum slippage. Users, liquidity providers can deposit tokens on Aerodrome and receive Aero token in rewards. Protocol, those protocols who want to use Aerodrome for liquidity and VE Aero voters vote on each pool will earn Aero emissions and receive 100% incentives and fees for the pools. So this is pretty big for the holders of VE0 and 0 holders. So it has a feature such as swap, dashboard, liquidity vote, lock, incentive. So pretty much every DEX has at this point. So let's look at the stats. So if we go to the DeFi Llama, it has current TVA total value locked of 150 million, which is pretty huge, and it is growing rapidly. As you can see on the graph, it is going parabolic. So it so this is pretty big for Aero token as well, because it goes up, its demand goes up as well. So if we look at the volume on the base of Aerodrome, the volume has gone up drastically over the past few months. So it is going up and up. So if we look at the fees generated by the chain, the fees have reached over $2 million, and the revenue has also reached around $2.43 million, so which is pretty big for this token. So let's talk about Aero Tokenomics. So first of all, it has a current market cap of 14 million and it has a circular supply of 160 million as of now. So it is definitely a low cap if we consider that it is the biggest DEX on the base, so it has a potential to go up, obviously, because it is very low. But first we need to look at the supply before deciding anything. So the initial supply of Aero is 50 million, with 450 million distributed as locked VE0 tokens. So Aero Finance uses two tokens to manage this utility and governance. So the Aero is ERC20 utility token of the protocol. So it is an ERC20, but it is based on the base layer 2 solution. So Aero is distributed to liquidity providers through emissions, so it does not have a max supply. So whoever provides liquidity gets an Aero as a reward. So VE Aero is an ERC721 governance token in the form of NFT. So VE A0 is used for governance. Any A0 holders can vote, escrow their tokens and receive VE A0. So any zero holders can lock their tokens via vote escrow and receive VE0. So the lock period can be up to 4 years following the linear relationship is shown here. If they lock their 100 Aero locked for if they lock their Aero for 4 years, it will become 100 V Aero. But if they lock it for 1 year, it will become 25 Aero. So this is a relationship. The more time it is locked, the more the user will receive. So that is a pretty big utility for Aero. So if they commit their tokens for 4 years, that means those tokens are locked for 4 years, so they cannot move. So that is a pretty big utility for Aero token. So the longer the vesting time, the higher the vote power. So it is given because they will have more E0 tokens. So this is the initial distribution of the 500 million. So 40 million goes to the voter incentives, 10 million goes to the Genesis liquidity pools. So this is for the initial distribution of the Aero. So if we look at the initial distribution of the VE Aero, which is 400 million, 200 million goes to the 200 million goes 200 million goes to the airdrop for VE lockers, and 105 million goes to the ecosystem pools, public goods and funding, and 70 million goes to the Aero team vesting, which will start after 2 years, and 50 million goes to protocol grants, and so on and so forth. So as I said, Aero does not have a limited supply, so that means it does not have max supply. So if we look at this graph, the Aero emission goes parabolic after this. The x-axis is given in weeks, and I think the y-axis is in terms of supply. So as you can see here, after 100 weeks, the supply goes to 1.6 billion. So as of now, I think it is a total supply of 800 million. So we are currently around, I think it's launched in August or something like that. So we are currently into the 19 or 18 months or 18 weeks. So supply is around 800. So that is pretty big because as it does not have a max supply, it is a big risk to hold it for a long term. But whereas Aero also has a good utility where they lock it, so that is pretty big as well. So I think the tokenomics of the Aero is pretty much balanced. So let's move the biggest holders and sum of this video. So as you can see here, 531 million tokens are locked in voting escrow. That is for VE Aero lock-in talk. So that is pretty big and pretty much amazing. So the biggest holder has only 6 million of Aero tokens. So, and as you can see after that, that is pretty big. So I think Aero could easily hit $1 because it is a low cap and it is already launched on Binance and so on and so forth. So if it wants to go to the 1 million, or I'm sorry, to $1, I think it needs to launch on the other exchanges as well. So, and it will, because it is the biggest tax on the base, and I think pretty as it is getting much more hype. If we look at the TVL, I think it will become big like Uniswap or PancakeSwap once it hits those numbers. But as of now, I think you will have to wait for the correction to get into the Aero token. Buying now would be a not good idea. So better wait for the better price and hold it for, I think it should be a good hold for 2024. So this was it. I hope you like my video. I will be back with more. Thank you.